experts. Based on all these studies, that also for the determination purposes, for the analysis purposes, see which is the best package. The GMS allowance is paid to employees by the way of compensating them for the loss of real income caused to them by increasing the cost of living due to increasing prices. As you know, there are CPI and other industrial price index and the consumer price index. Based on this, the G has been how much percentage to be increased so that the employees can be uh, face the problems, economic problems, and they can live. And their living cost of living can be tuned. Now, the system of the payments of DNS, there are different systems are there for the DNS allowance are mainly classified in two categories. One is a non-linked to consumer price index, and another is linked to customer price index. It is linked CPI, and there is a non-linked CPI. There are two parties there. So non-linked consumer price index is in the flat rate, and it is a graduated scales, they are almost fixed. But linked consumer price index numbers are different because it is a prevalent practices of paying DA, DNS allowance reverse systems. The payment of DNS allowance for the central government employees is based on the recommendation of the pay commission. Based on the recommendation of pay commission, that has been decided. So every 10 years, the DA percentage has been decided by the committee. How much DA should be there, uh, yearly or sometimes the annually is decided. Now the various allowances given to the employees, apart from that, there is the HRA, housing allowance. Organizations are set up with the various types of locations, such as urban centers and the industrial belt, etc., where the houses are not available at the reasonable rate. So that case, or maybe sometimes it has happened the company doesn't have any quarters, they have not built up for the accommodation for their own staffs. Uh, so that case they are to allow for the HRA so that they can take their own home based on this amount. Some of the companies they have some company lease accommodations. In that case, you have to take a lease for 2 years or 3 years, particular house, private house, and company can pay the amount as per their levels. So, apart from that, the leave travel allowances, LTA, it is again some policy rules are there. Maybe those are the bachelor employees, they can get it every year to go their hometown, or those are in the family, they can opt for the 2 years, or sometimes for the hometown purposes, they can go for UDC, and then sometimes the all India basis 4 years. Different company are different rules are there. So employees while working seldom get opportunity to visit places where they can go and spend some time along with the members of the families to get the relaxed and recognized and re-energized of their family for the work. They continue with chill and enthusiasm. Basically, rejuvenate the bodies require some of the rest and maybe to reduce the stress also, really workload or something, maybe the family side, maybe the working side. That's why it is needed sometimes for the mental health, physical health, so LTC given so that they can grow. And there are some financial there should not be any problem because companies investing everything after the LTC can claim the things and it will give the money. So this type of facility is there, LT or LTC sometimes. Washing allowance, those are in the working levels because the cloth, so that's the idea why the employees are working in various industries. Basically, the industrial process, various kind of dirt gets accumulated on their body and the uniform. So for wash them, they have to give some allowance. So if the employees do not keep themselves clean, they are likely to get different types of disease. So to avoid these things for a good health, there should be any health hazards. So for that, the washing allowance are given. A particular amount is paid as washing allowance to certain categories of the employees, and they are expected to keep themselves clean. In some organizations, duty uniforms are also provided because when you are coming in the office, you have to change your clothes and wear this in the company basis. The company look after the fresh uniforms company is providing in daily basis. So that is some of the organizations that doing. Conveyance allowance, another thing for doing for to coming in the office and going. So for smooth and efficient functioning, any organizations, so employees are required to come to place in time because it is purpose basically for the so that employees should reach in time. They should not waste their time, and that's the that allowance is given. Amount should not go from this prime money, it's the salary. So that's why the allowance is given. And some of the private companies or industries they have their own travel, own buses. Some pickup points is there. Employees can come and sit there in their locations where the bus is standing there, company bus, and finally it will reach the factory. So this is the way also arranged some of the company also. And also nowadays you see those who are the shifting duties, companies cab, they are provided the company cab are coming and picked up the employees from different locations, nearby locations and reach the office. So in that case, maybe the allowance may not be given, but otherwise, there the mistake of facility is not there. The company is providing the corporate allowances. Shift allowance, because when you are in the shifting, some organizations are required to work continuously under shift system because of the nature of productions of the service they have. So normally, there are three shifts. One is 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., and another shift is 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. There are three shifts are there. So in order to establish the balance among the employees, so far the shift duty is concerned. So the employees are rotated among these three shifts. Suppose morning shift 1 week, then after that your afternoon shifts, or we can say some evening shifts, and then the third round is your. So this is the alternate way by the rotations it is coming. So duties at night shift also equally. Then cash handling allowances, because some of the critical areas where for example, those who are the cashier of the bank, or maybe in the company where the cash handling is there, there's some of the allowances are there. Because for handling the employees, sometimes the currencies and coins are various denominations, very responsibility as well as sometimes they are receiving the money, there are chances of mistakes. So that money adjustment they have to give in their own pocket. So that type of allowances are given so that the employees should not mind my hard-earned money are going out, maybe the small amount, whatever it is. So if it is something wrong or things, or maybe the note is not correctly collected, it is teared or some of the distorted notes are there. So that's why some of the where there's some genuine errors. In that case, they receive the list, pay more money, and also receive the bad currencies of the coin sometimes. So that's why some allowances are given so that they can adjust it. Now we have to go for some lunch allowances and the dinner. Some of the company they are giving the lunch allowances, dinner allowances also. So those employees who are required to do the organization's work away from the usual place of duty during the lunch or dinner period are paid lunch or dinner allowances. So if they don't have some canteen, then that case company has to provide some allowances so that they can manage their own and so that they can die from the usual place of duty and have a lunch. Education allowances. The education allowance is paid to employees to make the package more attractive and facilitate greater speed to educate their children. So most of the multinational companies and in the corporate sector also, so education allowances are there so that it should not be a burden for the employee to educate their children. Underground allowances. All employees working in underground operations, especially in the mines, are entitled to allowance because the underground job is more strenuous and risky also. A lot of it's dangerous sometimes when the life risks are there. So that's why some allowances are given in that area, in that conditions. Outstation allowances. And these allowances paid to all employees on outstation duties. Because if you are going somewhere, you are visiting some of the other places within the official hours, so you will get some allowances. Now, servant allowance, because it is some category of CEO and other board of directors or some of the level of top level management, they are getting some of the servant allowance also in order to enable the executives to work in a relaxed mind. Because if the top authority are always in stress, how what type of food they have to arrange there. So that's it, relaxing them so that they can very freely can work there and they can concentrate and they can dedicate their works to the company. So some servant allowance. Or maybe in terms of driver allowances also, we have to require some of the day-to-day basis, but the essential works they can the servant can help. So that allowances. So that the quality hours, quality time, they can provide the quality time for the company. Now, social security allowances. These allowances paid to employees to help them to protect themselves and their families in an unforeseen situations in life. Anything can be happened. So, the social security allowances are given. Maybe in terms of your insurance, some of the insurance, um, the various types of social security schemes are there. The amount for the insurance schemes is paid by the employers. Uh, that is basically the insurance purposes. Accidental insurances, medical insurances, or health cards sometimes. This is also part of your social security allowances. Then city compensatory allowances. Cities, due to high prices, the cost of living remains higher. As we know, most of the metros or those are the big cities, the cost is high compensate these things, so you have to give it some CC. It may be 2%, it may be 5%, 10%, depending on the cities, their living styles. Against the loss of the real income, so that what are the real income should not be lost caused due to higher consumer price. This is basically for the CPU. Also, higher consumer price index prevailing there. So this allowance varies in rates and according to consumer price index prevailing in various categories of cities. Different cities have a different price index. Uh, exactly, I can say some of the A class cities, some of the B class cities. So A class cities, there maybe 100% CCA to be allowed, or for other those who are the B category cities, there will be 80% of the sanction allowances. For example, suppose for example CCA for 1,000 rupees for some particular metros, good cities, A grade cities, 1,000 rupees. Or if he someone is posted in uh, Chandigarh or some other, not exactly the A categories, B categories cities, they are less living cost. That case 80%, maybe 800 rupees will get it. And the metros, A class city, are getting 1,000 rupees. Then so this is the way it is some of the categories, different categories. Allowances varies. This is some of the varies according to the minimum, will the cost. Now, what time allowances? Daily working hours for the workers are prescribed under the various acts. Workers working for more than the prescribed hours are entitled to receive one-time payments, which is normally double the ordinary rates of wages. Another thing is your French benefits. Now, coming to French benefits is it is again it is a variable. I mean, sometimes company can continue, sometimes company will not to continue, depending on the situations. So various French benefits are as follows. For example, that is a holiday bonus. So for the employees, the award of the holiday free at a leisure place provides an excellent opportunity to relax with the family. So the employee can visit there with the employee, and they can enjoy they can stay there, and happily they can come back with a new energy. So this is one of the facility for the holiday homes. Then medical facilities. In order to ensure that all is well with the employees, immediate medical attention is provided at the workplace. Within the premises, some of the medical facilities will be, doctors will be there, and some arrangements will be there. First aid, basically, and they can carry out some of the their own or with the others in the hospitals. They can empanel the hospitals, some of the uh, reputed hospitals where the treatment and the medicine can be provided to the employees. Are provided free of cost or at normal charges, or maybe some discounted charges for this. Then subsidized meal. If the meal is not provided at the workplace, many employees will go their residence regularly for taking meal and come back the workplace. So that is the way, maybe the wastage of time sometimes. And in turns it may be hampering the production also. So to reduce these things, should have give some canteens, or some of the subsidized meal should be there. Can come and we can enjoy the food, and within a time frame they can come back. Up an hour or so, up an hour or 1 hour maximum. Then they can. So This is the way. Unnecessarily, the employees will go to the home and come back. Better you can have some facility for canteen or some of the foods. The facility should be there. It will be subsidized. Then car subsidies also there. Or if you want to purchase a car, you can get some a subsidy, some allowances will give. Basically, the petrol charges, petrol diesel charges, even the subject to receipt. Subsidized purchases, if you purchase some of the car or something, it can be some discount should be there. Low interest loan, maybe you can provide some of the loan, car loan, uh, house, house purchase loan, HBA. That case, the loan, otherwise in the bank, otherwise everywhere will be 8 to 10%, but company can give a 5% or 6% loan. Subsidized, basically the low interest. Children's education is another important. The some employees are on account of these look for transfer and the posting of the particular place which the companies cannot afford to do, and it is also not guaranteed that even so if the person is transferred, this problem will be solved. So keeping in view the need of this situation, organizations are provided various types of facilities for the educations and of the employees' children. Some of the things are there. For example, schools are provided by the company where the nominal fee is charges. Again, they can be empaneled some of the schools. Suppose they can guide up with these things. If somebody is transferred from other places, so their children can be admitted. They can take allowed to them. There's some sort of quota system is there. Or some of the companies they can establish the school itself within the premises, within the things. So especially in the plant areas, by the remote side where the employees, families, children cannot move out from there, the particular area. So there are some of the they can allow some of the school, they can request some of the school to opening the branch there. It is already there. Most of the state land and power plant, you can see there are some school system schools there. Companies given donation to some of the schools and ask for these admissions in addition to children of the employees of the company. As I said, same thing. Then sometimes if good schools are not there in the vicinity, in the area, the company provides a lump sum amount as a grant to the employees, enabling them to send their children to other places. Just like a hostel, or maybe they can stay in the cities and they can do their studies. So that's why some lump sum money is also provided by the employee so that they can better they can treat their children. Now some of the bonus. Now some of the bonus act is there. This is another incentive schemes bonus. The concept of the bonus payment to workers originated in India during the First World War in the cotton textile industry 1917, 1917. It was first enacted. When the practice was discontinued in 1953, some of the histories are there. How the bonus has come in our India. So there was a general strike, and the government of the Maharashtra appointed a committee, and committee has finally decided and considered the nature of the basis of the payment, the business of the textile industry. Slowly, then it slowly decided the payment should be bonus payment should be shall be 8.33% of the salary. It has been decided, and particular accounting fees and some that should be reimbursed by the maximum time is 8 months. By this 8 month, you have to reimburse the money bonus amount. There is also as per the act. Then some of these special provision for the new establishment, incentive schemes. Customary of the interim bonus, deduction from the bonus, some regulations, time limit for the payment of the bonus, then application of the act to public sector enterprise establishments, reference of disputes related to bonus, maintenance of the registered record and penalty, bonus linked with productivity, expenditure from the bonus payment, and this is so on. Some incentive schemes are there. Now, profit sharing is another new technique for doing to encourage the employees to incentive for the profit sharing. So, what are the dividend? What are suppose of the particular annual the employees payment? I mean, the profits of profit, basically the profit, annual profits. So, addition to their wage and salary, are provided. So, it is the payment of a dividend or a sum based of the wage or salary, grade and seniority. Based on the seniority, they will give it, and it is a sum supposed to be basically the stimulus for the higher performance, so that they can happily they can do it. Once they know if I do this work, the productivity is increased or profit is increased, then some percentage I will also get it. So that is the way that the performance will be automatically improved. Now stock options. Stock options are opportunities to buy stock at a set price. Some of the price band is their set price, the company. They can opt for this. Employees can purchase their stocks. So immediately or sometimes of the future also. Employers offer the stocks to their employees for several reasons. Some of the reasons are there why they are offering the things. First thing is the attraction, so that company people can retain the things. Is another thing. They can feel happy. I am also a part of the partner of this company. I also have stockholders. Motivations, financial participation by the employees in the wealth created through the joint efforts of the management and labor, or the employers and the employees. Then another thing is a commitment, develop the common purposes and ideology between the employees and the employers. Performance-based reward, performance reward also. So this is the some of the incentive schemes which are very attractive. Then supplement retirement social security benefits. There are incentives for the improvement performances, so on. A lot of things are there. Then stock options are becoming the familiar in your portfolio, because some of the things are there. Why it is becoming a very familiar and popular also? It gives giving the employees a share in equity and profit. Now, question is sometimes the company downsizing and rightsizing also. Sometimes the companies feel because of the globalizations and the competitive because of the competitions. So sometimes the company are downsizing or maybe they are resizing their employees. So it is an expression used to describe the strategy of the achieving the competitiveness. All the companies are focused on their competitiveness just through the reduction of the workforce. Optimal utilization of the resource is a sustainable proposition. If This is important for the industry, for the attracting the investment and generating the more jobs. Thus, contribute to the reduction of unemployment and the poverty. India is basically see the from the pre-liberalizations era. The labor was protected in labor markets and capital in product markets. In the post-liberations, it feels that the less protected. They are feeling that it is less protected. So according to sections 2 of the Industrial Dispute Act, that is 1953, it asserts that the retrenchment does not include voluntary retirement of the workforce. So some of the so many other sections are there. Now, reason why the downsizing is required, or maybe what are the reasons for that? Structural one, because of structural changes in the economy and the enterprise also, environment changes, then changes in technology because of the technical change, adaptability of the your acceptance of the technology. Maybe the manpower is not required so much. As we know, the AI is also coming, artificial intelligence, and maybe because of that, the chances of more downsizing. Then another aspect is changes in ownership and the control by the these investments, mergers, acquisitions. So ownership changes are there. Because of that, sometimes the cutting and the downsizings are lucky to. Then business process re-engineering. Another word is the re-engineering, because nowadays most of the organizations are thinking of re-engineering their business. So including the reassessment of the remaining pattern and work simplifications, how to simplify the works. So that's why the re-engineering is going on, and maybe that's why sometimes the manpower, um, some of the manpower, cities of manpower may not be required, but they are doing for the optimization of the human resource. Another thing is outsourcing, because some of the things are outsourcing, so manpower may not be required, and they are getting a very cheap rate. So parallel production, then resize, license, manufacturing, etc. Now introduction of information technology, that is another aspect. ERP, SHAP, etc. Because of that, company are deciding to downsizing. Product process solutions, then your materials substitutions, then chronic sickness and corporate failure, automation of the routine skills, plus some of the reasons are there. Then another, apart from that, the internal reasons are also there. What are the things? Improper, inadequate human resource planning, wrong selections, equipment places during the equipment, then inadequate training, maybe the training is not there, it's not educated, then maybe the improper motivation is not there, or maybe some reward system is also not there because of these are all our internal reasons. Then then some of the restriction of the eye, because how to avoid the downsizing? Several measures could be considered to minimize the job losses. So there is a need for your cautions, then your through the restrictions of hiring. For instance, if continued over several years, may have unintended consequences and the functions functionalities in terms of crucial skill gaps at a much later date. The following are some of the measures that will minimize the job loss. One is a restriction on hiring of a limited period, spreading reductions over time. Then internal transfers, training and retaining, voluntary early retirement, income protections. There are so many things are there which are some of the measures, for the downsizings. Now here is now we are talking about the VRS. Voluntary retirement scheme, most of the banks already are implemented. The age of 55, they can offer for VRS. Okay, you can take a this is some another name is there. Gold handshakes. You have to shake hands with the gold. What are the pay packages? Accordingly, they have to calculate their rule and regulation, and a lump sum money you can provide, and they can go for years. So voluntary retirement is legally tenable and forms an integral part of public policies. The National Renewal Fund, the NRF, is called. Government has created a special fund, and they are not nearly 90% of the fund to voluntarily retire over 1 lakh employees from the current public sector which have not been doing well, basically commercially not well. There is still justified because if the company commercially is not viable, then we can give a to reduce the cost and the manpower. In that case, you can offer for the years. Just like SBI and other banks. Now, government service rules also provide for voluntary retirements for the civil servants as part of the government's effort to downsize the government. And DP has framed most of the public enterprises. Department of Public Enterprises is framed for the guidelines, which mostly public enterprises owned by the public enterprises and controlled by the central government. The guidelines in force during the 90s, 1980s, and early 1990s. So, as framed guidelines, so downsizing of government, so there is some of the guidelines are there. So within this guideline, in the public sector, the Department of the Public Sector has framed the guidelines, so which mostly the public enterprises owned and controlled by the central government. The guidelines in force during the 1980s and 1990s. Guidelines are there. Then voluntary retirement schemes, here is. Now here is open for the employees who have completed 10 years of service or 40 years of services. So there is something. Then management of the enterprise has the right not to consider any request under the VRS. Then terminal benefits include when your balance of the provident fund, accumulations, leave encashment as per the rules, gratuity as per the gratuity, and one or 3 months notice as applicable. This is some of the various systems are given. Some of the criteria, I can say some of the criteria has been fixed. Discussion payment equivalent to 45 days, employees, it's pay plus DA also. For each completed year, services. And travel for safe or the family to the place of settlement as per the leave travel agreement. These all are some of the criteria given, and at the same time you can see the benefits also. Now, here is the share can be proposed only after the approval of the BP. And this rule, however, does not apply in the case of existing schemes. So the above rules apply to the category of employees. However, some schemes provide that in case of this PRS, during the period, your pendency of those divisions. Basically, here actually to see the schemes are provided for the adjustment purposes, so that the outstanding, what are the advances, loan against the lump sums, gratuities, other payments, etc. And some of the it can be wiped off some of the part also. If it is a loan outstanding, the management can be decided. Now, voluntary retirement scheme, what are the cost benefit analysis are also required, because it should not be like this. Suppose you are launching a scheme, but you are not able to pay that much of money, or otherwise it will suffer your future business. So, some of the cost benefit analysis are required of the VRS. And what are the costs and the benefits of the VRS company? So benefits of the VRS to the individual employees concerned, that is one part. And what are the cost of the benefits, if any, to the society? So a company introduced VRS with a view to reduce its surplus labor. That is one of the viewpoint. Motive is this. And if a company can reduce its workforce to the retrenchment, so it has to pay compensation at the rate of 15 days salary for every year of completed service. So employing the more than 100% cannot retrench their employees without giving their consent. Which is that way. So you have to give some notice. Prior notice, then only you can give for the retrenchment. And then you have to consultation with the employees. What is the reason behind it? Then paying the compensation under the law, and you have to pay for the compensation completely as per the law, and obtaining the prior permission of the applicable government. Straightway you cannot retrench or anybody. You have to take the permission from the government office. Okay, this is the situation, our company, and you have to go for these things. And you have to launch for the VRS systems. Everything has to be approved by some committee. Then cost the employees for the high skilled, high performance VRS is golden dash, because basically the employees, those are really skilled, they know I can take this money and I can join some other companies. Still, 5 to 10 years they can work there. So for them, this scheme is a very golden platform. They can shift or they can launch the apps. So assume that if they make a secure investment of the VIS amount, which gets them on a monthly basis 60 to 70% of their previous earnings. So, and they are able to get another the same thing, they can get another one where they can earn at least 70% of the previous earnings. So this is the way it is a very good opportunity for those who are skilled enough and they know they can get a job very easily. So their total earning will be 30 to 40% higher. That is what are the money they are getting from here? They can fix it. And they are getting the interest also. Maybe some percentage of the they are getting in. After that, they can also work for someone. Now then, your cost again when the large companies in small communities, because in a community is very small and the company is very large, that is a significant downsizing through the years. And other means that the cost of the community are substantial. Means so, due to reluctant, due to resultant of the area and degeneration and the consequential speed of the unemployment, the social unrest and the law of order may be a problem. Suppose, for example, suddenly 100, 200 employees are taken a VX. They are in the same locality, same areas, communities. So it is spread. They are unemployed. And it may be sometimes create some unrest in society also. So it may create a problem sometimes. So that is another part of the scene that there should not be any that type of situation should not be there, so that it can come. Now, some of the legal aspect is also there because you see, the management want to freedom to adjust the manpower as per the changing business needs. But labor laws in the country do not make it easy to retrench or reduce the workforce at the employer's discretions. So if the company top management decided, it is not so easy to retrench it or to reduce the workforce very easily. We have to pass on. So many stages are there, some document approvals, then only go for this. Suppose if you are a profitable company or your business is very good, so it may be a hurdle because the company, the management, government may ask the sometimes why you are retrenching going for this. Business is okay, but if the business is not okay, performance is very degrading, lot of debt is there. So you have to approach for this with the justification to the government. What is the basic need for the your DX? So not only complies, you have to comply the things, uh, only compliance with the certain procedures and the compensation as per the law. But prior approval of the government is mandated by law. That's why I am saying that I have highlighted in the pen, the red pen, red color. Prior approval of the government is mandated by the law. In the circumstances, the employers have two options. That is, negotiate with the workers, unions, and arrive at a agreed plan of the actions. Sometimes you have to agree the plans of the employee, the union. They are okay, we have to go for these things. However, um, if they agree then can go ahead with the terms and conditions. If they not agree the things, then maybe it will be a problem. So this is the way I think some of the questions are there. Uh, some of the question may come in different way that I can say some of the discuss some of the questions related to your overall chapter, your systems. Your, yes. And maybe in the initially which can talk the reward system, there may be another thing or transport allowances. So that is one of the questions may come. Uh, how to derive this kind of transport allowances and why it is needed and in which conditions. So the question may come: what is the DNS allowance? Describe the what is the DNS allowance. Then your give some brief historical um, ideas. Then question various elements of the package. The salary, when we are discussing some salary, then what are the elements are there? So, for example, the wages, the remunerations, DNS allowance is also there. Then you have to explain all the allowances, other allowances also. Then question may come: why is the DNS allowance added to basic wages? Why? What is the purpose behind it? Apart from the DNS allowance, which are the other allowances? Like, just for example, your housing allowance, then your transport allowance, medical allowance, food allowance that we have discussed. Communication allowance is also there. Nowadays, you see the internet charges also given because employees are working from the home, so work from home only. So we have to allow some convenience internet charges, means communication charges. So that is also implemented in some of the companies. Now coming to incentive schemes, there are some questions may come. Um, what are the stock options? Explain the stock options. Then you will discuss the questions may come. What is the purpose of the your rationales, the payment of the bonus act? So questions may come from the bonus act also, and then that time you have to start some history also when it is started and what is the present day. What are the minimum percentage that you have to explain. Then regarding your the stock options, why it is becoming popular? Question may come. Why it is popular? Stock options. Then your question may come around how bonus due from the employers in recovering under the payment of the bonus act. So 1965 bonus act are important. The questions may come from there. Then what are the various form of profit sharing incentives? So profit sharing incentives, that's the one of the questions become. Then your motivation, financial participations. Another part is there important which we have already discussed. That is your productivity link bonus, because it is also very popular. Most of the companies they are also giving productivity. There is in short this is a PLB. So this is the type of questions we come prepare accordingly from the exam point of view. Then why the BRS is considered? From the point means when it is needed, BRS. You have to justify this. And what are the legal hurdles for the downsizing? Suppose, as we see, straightly you cannot downsize in the any company. So, what are the legal hurdles? That type of questions from the legal aspect, because the question may come. Then maybe come some of the short questions also. Uh, these the VRS taxes of the VRS, then advantage and disadvantage of the VRS of a particular company. That also you have to highlight. You have to show some of the advantages and disadvantages of the VRS. Then why the notice is required for the VRS systems before implementing. So this type of questions become some of the previous years also just questions were like this. And then the question of various reasons for the downsizing. So you have to list out some of the reasons why this downsizing is very much required. That is a very important question. So I think this is the particular this block type of questions are there. Um, then what are the various components in the design of the DRS scheme? Suppose you are designing some of the DRS scheme based on your company. So you have to consider which are the things has to be considered, keeping in view of the your optimization of the manpower that you cannot compromise because your ultimately your good people should not leave from the company. So what type of tactic you should have so that your purpose can be served and some you can reduce some of the manpower. So DRS scheme, what type of DRS scheme are very attractive and justified? Then what are the basic components of the component compensation package? That is also important. So this is the way you can conclude this particular law, the reward management. This is the area which I have discussed. This type of questions to prepare and hope. Okay, thank you very much for the next sessions. Thank you.